The first step in testing seed, obviously, is visually observe the bags, the container that the seed came in, for any obvious damage, debris, or adulteration, etc. We will blacklight the bags, and what we're looking for primarily in that process is rodent urine, which would indicate that the seed itself had been contaminated either in storage and or shipping prior to it getting here. The next step is to pull a sample. Sample sizes, the number of samples taken are very important. The more samples you've got, the better the odds are you're going to find a problem if it's there. That's why we pull a minimum of a 25-gram sample from each and every bag. And in a load of seed, that will make a composite sample between 40 and 50 pounds of seed. The first thing we do when we get the seed composite in the lab, which will be somewhere between 40 and 50 pounds, usually for a load of seed, is grow the seed out. And the reason that we grow the seed is because seed can be very lightly contaminated. Let's say 4 cell-forming units per kilogram. Or to make it easier to understand, let's just say 4 seeds per kilogram. Well, in alfalfa seed, that could be 4 seeds out of 500,000 seeds. So if you were just testing the dry seed in a 25 or 375 gram sample, you would have to be very, very lucky to find any of those 4 seeds that might be contaminated. So the best approach for us is to actually plant the seed in what we call lab testing unit. I refer to it as the LTUs, and grow that seed out. Those 4 CFUs of contamination within a 24 hours period will have multiplied into the millions. Then we'll pull samples of the irrigation water or effluent water that comes off of that sprouted seed. We'll do a gamut of testing on that irrigation water for the usual suspects: Salmonella, E. coli 0157H7. Now we're at the point in the lab where I am reading results. These lateral flow devices have their own built-in controls, which you'll see the one line at the top of each of these strips indicates the controls are working and the device is working. Had there have been 2 parallel lines in these devices, it would have indicated a positive result. These are going to be sent to one of our partner outside labs that use different methods than what we use in-house. It uses an immunomagnetic separation process, which I really like for Salmonella, and the top 7 Shigella toxin-producing E. coli's as well. We'll also pull a sample, 4 pounds to be exact, of the sprouted seed itself. We'll send that off to another lab that does another full gamut of testing for, again, Salmonella, E. coli 0157H7, Shigella, Listeria monocytogenes, as well as 6 additional Shigella toxin-producing E. coli's. I'm pulling out some subsamples here that we will actually send off to a lab for the seed health, such as weed seed, inert matter, germination, etc. I will also examine the seed up closely for, again, any debris, rodent feces, or any kind of a foreign matter, just to make sure it's clean. All seed is held in quarantine until all test results from all labs, ours and the outside partner labs as well, are complete and negative. If there's any positive indicators from any of that seed, the seed will not be shipped and it will not get into the sprouting industry.